Supporters Club, LillyWhite Supporters Club for Dundalk. Tonight we're going to discuss objectives, plans, membership, fundraising, and we're just going to go through the running of the club and how it's going to work throughout the year. So we're going to start off with, tonight we're going to run questions and answers with Brian Gartland, Stephen O'Donnell, and also our new signing Gary Rogers, and our one and only Tom McNulty is going to say a few words later on before the raffle. The committee was started up before Christmas, and it was 8 people. It was myself as PRO, Chairman Allan Gray and Dean Arrowsmith, Secretary Andrew Gallagher, Treasurer Conor Hyde, Aidan Larkin, and the Registrars Mark Murray and David Curran. Now, made up of that, there's people that worked over the years in the trust, Save Our Club, and also ran fundraisers for the club. So it's a good committee who knows what they're at. The committee is going to stay in place for the first year, and then after that, all members will have a say on who gets voted in, and it'll go obviously with a majority. All committee members would absolutely love everybody here to give us feedback, and anyone that signed up, give us feedback on what you want. Throughout the year we're going to have money to spend, and we want your feedback. It's not just going to be run by the members of the committee. It's going to run concurrently with the club and yourselves. So as I say, we're going to run alongside with the club, but we're going to have our separate entity. For the reason people were wondering why we're not having the first night in the LillyWhite Lounge. We had it here, we have to be separate in some sort of way. And it's good. The main reason behind it is to run so we don't have to put a Save Our Club in place again. There's going to be finance available throughout the year, and after maybe 2 years we're going to have a kitty there just in case we need to pay wages, we need to put something in place. So it's a safety net. As I say, the finances are going to be spent by ourselves, and it's going to be entirely up to ourselves and the members on how it's going to be spent. The club won't be the club will come to us and say, right, we need $2 grand. We're going to come back at a monthly or quarterly meeting and say, right, folks, what do you want? Where do you want to spend the money? Do you want to give it to the club now? It's going to be entirely down to yourselves. So as I say, all monthly meetings are going to have decisions made. You're going to be getting feedback from yourselves. And a major one is we're going to be transparent. We're going to show all figures, what membership has been throughout the year, how it's grown, and what we want to do for next year. If you just want to see every month what our finances are, that's no problem, we'll give it straight out to you. And it also gives each member a voice and an opportunity to give what you want throughout the year, like what you want to give to the club. Now I'm going to hand you on to Allan Gray. He's going to go through fundraising, membership, and what it entails and what it's worth.
For anyone that doesn't know me, I'm Allan Gray. I'm supporting the dog around 40 years. Joined up with the lads because they want to give back something to the club that's given me so much joy over the years. The membership starts off with 30 quid for a single member, or 50 for a family, which would consist of 2 adults, 2 kids, or 1 adult, 3 kids. With that you have your yearly membership, you'll have a vote at the AGM, family members will have 2 votes at the AGM. You'll get a card with discounts from local businesses, up to 10%. You'll also get a 10% voucher for merchandise in Dundalk FC store above in Oriel Park. We'll have quarterly draws for members only with good decent prizes. Our first draw will take place at half time during the President's Cup, which we have a stand season ticket for the main prize, and that's kindly donated by Fifes. And throughout the year we'll have other draws and more incentives. Very important as Stuart just said, is feedback. We want to get as much feedback from the members, because this is all about the members. It's all about what Dundalk fans want for the club and how they can help. We'll obviously keep everyone updated with the newsletter as well. Facebook will be regularly updated as well. Membership can be paid here tonight, or you can pay with myself and Ghost Jitters or any of the committee members indeed, and there's a PayPal option as well if needed. Thanks very much, lads. And
Thanks, Stuart. Dean's going to go through our fundraisers for the year and what events we're going to be running.
How you doing, folks? Just as the 2 boys said, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's great to see such big numbers, and I'd like to thank the committee as well for asking one of the Calvin boys to talk to everyone about how we're going to get money into the club, you know. Basically, you know, going back to what the boy said, all the money that we raise is going to go back into the club, and it's going to go back into helping raise the funds of the club. What we are going to be doing is, as well as running in different events, we said we're not going to be based solely in McGuinness or based in any one pub. We're going to be looking to go around various pubs in Dundalk. We're looking to kind of get further afield, and if we can get people up in their wallets, we might go down and do a couple of events around Cavan as well at some stage, you know. The first fundraiser we're going to run is there's going to be a table quiz on Holy Thursday. That's the 2nd of April in the LillyWhite Lounge. Basically, with all the funds for year one, because to be honest, we didn't really know what to expect tonight, and to get these numbers is phenomenal. But for year one, our aim is to sponsor a game. That's the finances, or the equivalent of that kind of money is what we want to give into the club, and we raise over that, we can donate that as well. We're going to be working closely with the club to try and keep the fines at a minimum throughout the season. Look, everybody knows that it's an issue that everybody's interested in, and you know it's a serious issue, and we don't condone any of the actions that was done last season or anything like that. And if anybody is found and it's brought to our attention that any member of our committee is using flares or doing that to cause any financial difficulty to the club, they'll be removed straight away. It'll be no nonsense, and it'll be zero tolerance. As we said, as Allan said, at the President's Cup game, any members that sign up between now and then is going to be entered into a draw for a stand season ticket. We're going to run a 5-a-side tournament during the season, probably around the end of May, early June, and David Curran is going to just speak a little bit more about that later on. Then at the end of the season, we're going to run a black and white ball, which will be a gala ball similar to I think it was 2008 was the last night that something was done where it was big, and it was black and white tie event. Basically, we'll be looking at all our members to get behind all our fundraisers throughout the year and help raise as much as we can for the club going forward. And all I want to say, boys, I just want to ask everybody, give us a chance, get behind us and support the club, because the club is only going to be as big as its supporters, and the same as our supporters club is only going to be as big as its members. Alright, thank you.
Okay, thank you for listening so far. Just want to add, we've wristbands for sale for €2 a piece, and also these mugs for €6, which we're taking orders for. And Stephen McDonnell, if you can toss his phone, Gartland. So we'll open it up to the floor here now, and just any questions for the lads?
Just for Gary there. Gary, how you find adapting there to the Dundalk and the lads and the players? And
look, it's been the lads are great. Coming into such a good squad, and Stevie here has been looking after me and the rest of the lads. Look, you know, it's a pleasure to come in and join the champions, and hopefully we'll be sitting here next year and we'll be still champions, which that's the aim, you know.
Well, best luck anyways.
Thanks very much.
Anyone else there?
I just want to, on behalf of the board of the club, just to thank you all for getting together to launch tonight, and we've already enjoyed our meetings so far, and we're looking forward to working very closely with you as the year goes forward. So I just want to wish you all the very best of luck.
Well, Conor, thank you. And likewise, just to say, the club has been working with us brilliantly. Anything we wanted, they've given to us, and they've worked brilliantly with us. Just another thing to add also, we're currently in negotiation with the Supporters Club of getting a very good sponsorship deal with DigiWeb. Now, we'll update people on that in the next week or so over Facebook. But
just a question to the three boys. Well, who do you hope to get in the Champions League?
You know, you always want to get through as many rounds as you can. So, and then if you're going to get knocked out, you want the big tie. You know, so you can look at it one way. We need to win the first round, and then of the next two, you want to definitely be winning one, because I think we go into the second round, is it?
If you win the third round,
and then so if you lose the third round, you go into the playoff for the Europa, and if you win the third round, and even if you lose the playoff, you go into the Europa group stages. So that's the key really for the start. But if you're going to lose one, you want it to be a big one. But preferably I'd prefer to get the handier teams that I don't even know the name, I have to say that. and then we get a few big toys in the group stages, you know, would be nice. But you got to take it as it comes, and it's the look of the draw really that comes with it. I don't know if Stevie might be different with it. He's been there before, so here comes the spiel.
No, definitely winning the first game is crucial. I think well, this squad anyway, we're looking to get to the group stages. I think from a lot of teams go in there and they just want to get a big tie in, get a few bob and then gone. But we want to really make our mark and do something in Europe this year, you know. So just I hate the thought of teams thinking that Irish teams are an easy touch. I think physically and fitness wise and ability wise we can beat a lot of teams, as we shown against Hajduk Split last year. And you know, something that gets in my wick is when we beat Hajduk Split over there, their crowd staying back and sort of applauding us as if we were like coming over here to be rolled over. Oh, good effort lads, now get back to Ireland, you know. But I think it's time now for Irish teams to go over and start beating teams and sending them packing and have the fans throwing chairs at their own players and everything. Instead of getting pats on the back but you're still knocked out, you know, it's about time we started as a league. And that I think with our group of players, what let Irish teams down probably in the past was physically, fitness wise and athletically wise, but well, this is definitely the fittest group I've ever been a part of. And I go back to Hajduk Split, last 15 minutes over there we were running all over them. So with another year under our belt and that, without building it up too much, we really want to try and make a mark for ourselves and do something, you know. So I'll be looking to get the easiest route possible through and forget about getting these big teams and getting your 2 games and then you're gone out of it. So, you know, the easiest possible route and try and get to the groups and really try and establish ourselves and do something special. So that's what I'm looking for anyway.
It's pretty much all covered there. If you could make sense of what Gartland was saying there. As Stevie said, look, you want to get the easiest tie possible. Having said that, there's not many easy ties when it comes to the Champions League. If you win the first one, get through to you're guaranteed 3 more games in Europe, and it's all about winning the last one. Then that's what Shamrock Rovers did, and that'll be the aim for the lads here. And as Stevie said, the confidence from last season, winning that game against Hajduk Split. I was involved myself last year when we beat Rosenborg, but we didn't go and finish the job at home, and we probably should have. And I think belief is a massive thing, and the fact that the club here last year had such a great year and had that big win away from home in Hajduk, that'll really stand to the squad going forward next year. And most of the squad has been retained as well. So that bit of experience, hopefully you'll be able to take that forward and pull out some big results next year. And group stage is the name of the game, and that's what we'll be aiming for.
We're going to look to wrap it up now. We've got a big announcement coming up, so we're going to move on. And we're going to.
There's a strike. It's coming out.
We're just going to thank the lads for coming down and I want to give them a big round of applause and good luck in the next season. I'm going to pass you on to David Curran, who I can guarantee you will take you. How are you?
I promise it'll be short and sweet. Lads, first of all, just thanks for everybody for coming here. For you that don't know me, I'm David Curran. It's been a great pleasure to be asked to join these great men. I'm part of the committee. I'm lost already. As Steve mentioned earlier on, we're going to run a football tournament in early May or June. I have ran several great tournaments over the years, all in aid of Dundalk SC, the Save Our Club, helping the club to stay alive. Most recently there about 2 years ago. I said I'd run another tournament with the lads. Unfortunately, we got bad news before December. In my eyes, I don't know if everybody here knows him, but in my eyes, one of the greatest Dundalk ever fans, Wayne Mackin, passed away just before Christmas. And I have got the permission of the family and the rest of the boys to run a football tournament in early May or June, or late May or June, in Wayne's name. I've luckily enough got to spend many hours with Wayne. I travelled the length and breadth of this country and all over Europe with Wayne, and in that great night in October, stood in the shade crying like a schoolgirl with him when these 2 men delivered us the lead that we were waiting for 19 years. So, with the help of my beautiful assistant here, I would like to officially announce the Wayne Shiner Mackin Memorial Cup to take place. Annie, can I have a pint of Hall, please?
I'd like to wish the new club all the best. It's very hard to get things going, and I hope everybody will support them, because it is a hard thing they're trying to do. And also I'd like to congratulate Brian and Stephen on the success last year. And Gary, you have a hard act to follow. But I've seen you playing, and you know you're a terrific keeper. I think you'd be a great addition to the club. And as I've stated, Dundalk has never retained the league title. Even through Jim McLaughlin's era, when they had great teams, they won doubles and whatever, they were never able to retain a title. And it is a hard act to do, but if you are able to do it, you will go down in the history books. I mean, everybody talks about you know, league-winning goals and you know, last-day deciders, but nobody's ever spoke about a team that has retained the league. And it would be a great feat if he's able to do it. And I'd like to wish you every success for the new season. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Colm.